Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Once again, we are back for the second day of the preseason for NBA. It was a pretty good overall for us. Like I said, I didn't provide or anything like that, but in my own personals, I did 150 lineups and I cashed 105 out of 150. So that's really not bad for the first day, especially with not really knowing how everybody's minutes were going to go. Yeah, like I said, Twitter was very important. Looking at all the all the minutes and stuff like that. That was the big thing. So like I said, in the preseason, got to stay up on Twitter. Like I said, look at everybody's news minutes and stuff like that. But yeah, it was not too bad for the most part. A lot of our picks did pretty good that we mentioned. And we had a couple duds, but overall was not too bad. So hopefully, guys profited as well. Yeah, as normal, if you guys want to get in on the regular season, like I said, we have two different packages for you guys for the season pass. We have our regular main slate lineups for the main slate, obviously. That's good for double ups and stuff like that. Or we have our 150 lineups for a single game. That is, like I said, the one that I'm looking forward to the most, and that's probably the best bang for your buck, to be honest with you. So if you want to get in on any of that, would love to have you. Like I said, we do have our month pass available as well. If you guys don't want to do the season just yet. Like I said, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter. We'll definitely get you in. But yeah, like I said, 105 out of 150. That's a pretty good start. So like I said, come join us for the single game 150 lineups. Yeah, let's get into it here. Like I said, as normal, we're looking at last year. A couple things changed this year. The Magic, they decided to play their starters 25 minutes besides Gordon. So that made me automatically go get a little bit of Fournier, a whole bunch of Vukovic, and it paid off. This is what we're looking at for now. But like I said, a little bit later on Twitter, it could change. So you need to stay up on that. Like I said, just go look at beat reporters and stuff like that. Like I said, Fantasy Labs, they're not doing too much, I don't think, early on preseason. But like I said, you can definitely find some stuff. Like I said, go to, look at some websites, go on Twitter, type in, preseason news, stuff like that. You'll find some stuff. Yeah, like I said, this is all from last year that we're kind of looking at. So we've got OKC and San Antonio in this one. OKC has a ton of guys out. Let me go look at them here real quick. So we have Basley's probably going to be out. We got Justin Jackson going to be out. Al Horford, Isaiah Roby. So, like I said, they got a lot of guys out, and none of those, they don't really have any starters either. So, the main guy to be looking at is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He should probably play about 22, 25 minutes. Most of these guys that we mentioned should play around 20, 25-minute range. But yeah, right away, Shai Gilgeous, he'll be very popular. Usage rates could be skyrocket. And like I said, if he plays 20, 25 minutes, that's what we're looking at. If we get any word OKC's going to, scatter out their minutes, probably not going to play too much of Shea. I don't mind Diallo. He should be in the starting rotation. Well, hopefully here today. And when the guy does go out there and he has opportunity, when his usage does goes up quite a bit when they don't have their guys out there, he can put up anywhere 10 to 12 shots. So Diallo is a solid option as well. Moving on over here, I don't really know a lot of these OKC guys, so we'll have to wait for the rotation and like I said minutes. But those two guys I mentioned are definitely in play. I'm not gonna say this dude's name. Anyway, he's 18 years old. Just came over from the Euro League. I looked up a little bit of stats with him. He had quite of an injury-prone teenage years, so he didn't really play a ton. But from what I looked at, he averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple assists. So he's mostly a scorer. He's a massive guy. I think he's 6'11" or 7-footer. He's 18 years old. I think that's what it said. 18 years old. I think he shot 32 or 35% from three over there in Europe. So he is a 3-point shooter. So who knows, man? If he starts, I don't mind maybe putting him in there. I don't think anyone's going to have this guy because no one has any idea who he is. But as I just mentioned, OKC is really limited. So I mean, why not put that guy in there if he is starting? And he's a rookie. So he's not going to get a ton of playing time here for OKC in the regular season. So you can put him in there. Um, I'm not sure if Moses Brown starts. If he does, he could be worth a look. Uh, I saw him a couple times last year in Portland. And, we didn't see a ton of him, but he could definitely put up a couple fancy points. But the main guys we're looking at here is Shai Gilgeous. little bit of Diallo, a little bit of this guy here. On that San Antonio side, Popovich usually plays his veterans only like 12, 15 minutes, and sometimes even rest them as well. So DeRozan, Aldridge, not expecting a ton from them. He does play his young guys quite a bit. So DeJounte Murray, I do expect him to play about 23, 25 minutes and have a pretty high usage. Aldridge and DeRozan could be limited or may not play at all. We'll have to see. Uh, Derek White's out. Walker probably not going to play. Who knows? He might play. We'll have to see. But yeah, like I said, they have quite a bit of issues as well. If Walker does end up playing, then who knows? Maybe put him in there a little bit. I don't really have anyone else. Not too into Rudy Gay. If Aldridge, if Aldridge sits, Porto could be a half decent play. Luka Samnik, if that's how you say it, he could start. Trey Lyles could get a couple minutes, but overall, not too into San Antonio besides maybe Murray. Toronto, Charlotte, I don't really have much. These guys, like I said, probably about 18 to 20, 21 minutes. I really don't have a ton. Like I said, you could look at Ball. Like I said, third overall pick might get some run. PJ Washington might get a little bit of run since they are kind of hurting a little bit. Another guy, if he starts, we'll have to see. Chris Boucher. As you guys remember last year, this guy, whenever he did get some minutes, he was pretty good. Aaron Baines, he is projected the starter, so we'll just have to see. But if Boucher, for some reason, does start, he is in a pretty good spot for sure. Indiana and Cleveland. So Indiana played pretty big minutes last year in the opener, as we saw yesterday against Sacramento. They went to overtime, but most of their guys played 30 to 31 minutes. So give and take, overtime, take them out. They still played in the high 20s. So Indiana definitely could be in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind going putting out Brogdon. Not too into Oladipo. He still kind of has injury. I might have in a couple, but not a ton of him. Warren is going to be out. We have Sabonis, another guy coming back from an injury. We'll have to see. I mean, even if he still only plays 18 or 20 minutes, with Warren being out, that's usage kind of by the wayside. I still think Sabonis could get you 20 to 23 fantasy points, maybe even a little bit higher. So he's in a half decent spot on the Cleveland side. They play most of their guys. They're young guys, and then they're guys that are veterans that usually play maybe 17, 18 minutes. So Drummond still kind of young-ish. You could look at him if he plays. We'll have to see. Let me see here. If he doesn't play, you could maybe look at Nance. Love maybe 15 minutes here. Okoro could get the start. Maybe Chetty Osman. I don't mind. Where is he at? I don't mind a little bit of Sexton, depending on how much playing time he gets here. Could be a little bit faster, and like I said, if Love's not going to play too much, I do think Sexton could be half decent here, and at relatively low ownership as well. Dallas and Milwaukee. So Dallas, I don't think Luka had played last year. And they kind of spread out their minutes quite a bit. But if Luka plays and we're going to confirm he's going to play 20, 25 minutes, probably put him in there. For the most part, I don't really have anyone else from Dallas. I think they're going to spread out their guys. They don't really have anyone young either. So, and then Milwaukee, they rested all their starters last year to start the season. So, like I said, Giannis, Chris Milton, they all rested. They have the same coach in Mike Budenholzer. I think it's Mike. I'm not sure. Anyway, Budenholzer for sure. But yeah, like I said, rested all of his guys. So Dante could be in play. Like I said, me saying this is me banking on Milwaukee resting their starters. So I don't mind a little bit of Dante. Who else are we looking at here? I think Josh Green could get a little bit of run for Dallas. He's more of a defensive guy, but you look at him. Let me see. Brian Forbes, he's more of a shooter, though. Small forward. Maybe Thanos, but I still really like those guys too much. Frank Mason could be definitely worth a look. That's a guy that we target quite a bit whenever he does start. He does put up quite a bit of fantasy points for sure. I do like I said, Frank Mason. Maybe DJ Wilson. Bobby Portis for sure. If all those guys are out, he should start. As we know, we target him quite a bit with the New York Knicks. So don't mind some Portis. So Portis, maybe a little bit of Frank Mason. You could also look at who the heck was I talking about? maybe a little bit of Thanos. But overall, that's kind of what we're looking at there. Um, but yeah, if Milwaukee does play their guys and Dallas plays their guys, Luka, Drew Holiday, Giannis, Middleton, those guys are all worth a look for sure. But based off last year, they may not play too much. Memphis and Minnesota, same thing. Memphis played about 20, 25 minutes. So I don't mind them. Minnesota is absolutely trash on defense, even if it's preseason. So um, Morant's definitely worth a look quite a bit here. Brooks could be worth a look. Who else we got from Memphis? We got Clark probably going to be out, and we have Jackson for Memphis out as well. So RHJ might get a little bit of run if Ed Davis is out as well, because they'll be pretty thin there. My bad. RHJ is for Minnesota. Um, um, I do like Valanciunas. Gorgie Deng was the other guy I was looking at. He's more of a veteran, but like I said, if all those guys are out, definitely don't mind going that way. Ed Davis plays for Minnesota. Yes, I get it. My bad. So Clark and Jackson are the main guys that could be out here. So, like I said, Valanciunas might have to play a little bit, and Gorgie Deng as well. Um, moving over here to the Minnesota side, they didn't really play their starters too much, like in the 10, 15, 20 minutes. So they really limit their guys. I don't really like too much. Edwards could be worth a look. First overall pick. Um, I don't think Towns is going to play here. I don't know if you guys heard, but he had 6 or 7 deaths this year due to COVID and stuff like that. So he could be just a little trained right now. So even if he did play, how much is he really going to be in the game? You could say he's playing for his family, or you could say he's not really there yet, NBA wise. So we'll have to see if he doesn't play. Definitely don't mind RHJ for Minnesota. There we go. I got that one right. And like I said, Naz Reid probably won't play. Kogi might play a little bit, but and then Hernan Gomez. But like I said, Minnesota doesn't play their starters a ton, so those guys are probably just in a couple one-offs in my lineups. Denver and Golden State. Um, Not really too into Denver. They could rest a couple guys. Monte Morris could be worth a look. PJ Dozier. Um, that's really it. Michael Porter. They might, put him out there a little bit longer, try to work on his defense. Probably going to start a small forward a little bit this year, so I don't mind looking at Michael Porter on that Golden State side. Wiseman and Draymond Green are out, so Marquise Chris should get a little bit of run. We'll have to see if he starts. Might start a power forward. Looney might start as well. If Jokic, like I said, if Denver for some reason rest their guys or say they're going to be very limited, obviously Bull is in play. This guy is a monster when he does get some playing time. Not too into Millsap, Wiggins, maybe in a couple one-offs. And then obviously you got Curry and Damian Lee. But Curry will be very, very popular. Maybe 22, 23 minutes for him. As we know, even in limited minutes, that guy can put up massive, massive, massive numbers. Phoenix, Utah. My goodness. I don't think I have anyone from this game. You could look at Cameron Johnson, Mikal Bridges. Like I said, Phoenix played their really young guys a lot more minutes than their veterans. Ayton might play 18 to 20. Booker 20, 21 minutes. So I'm not expecting a ton. Plus Utah, it's going to be a slow game. So I really don't have anyone from that one there. So let's go get you guys a couple of guys that I'm looking at. So I'm going to go Curry. Just why not? I'll go put in some Curry. Like I said, I do like Morant. Let's see who else we got. Just for this one, like I said, you can go Morant, Brogdon, and Murray. Literally, you could go all those guys if you want to. He's pretty dang cheap, and I'm expecting to get 20, 23, 24 minutes, so I'll probably just go Jay Morant here. On that shooting guard, like I said, if Luka plays, got to put him in there. I love Shea Gilgeous. Moving on over here. Dang, not much going on. You could, like I said, go Diallo if he's going to start at shooting guard for OKC. That's mostly it. Not much going on over there. you could maybe bite the bullet with some of these other guys if you need to. Like I said, Booker maybe, Drew Holiday if he starts, but that's kind of what we're looking at there. Small forwards. Change this here. All right, there we go. A little easier to look at. Kelly could be worth a look in a couple one-offs. Like I said, maybe a couple of those guys for Phoenix, Bridges, but I won't have a ton of those guys. Cam Johnson, as I mentioned. That's kind of what we're looking at there. Hernan Gomez, if they get some minutes. Edwards, probably get some minutes. That's mostly it in that area. Yeah, it's kind of thin for the most part. I mean, like I said, it will definitely change throughout the day, but that's kind of what we're looking at. Let's go get some bonus in there. Like I said, if you want to go get Brogdon in there as well, I think he's gonna have to use a spot. You could look at the Holiday brothers as well for Indiana if one of them does start. PJ Washington, Michael Porter. Let's see. If for some reason Paul Millsap is out and Isaiah Hartenstein starts, we played this guy a ton last year for Houston. The guy put up 25, 30 points, man. So if he starts for some reason and plays 20, 25 minutes, I'm going to play Hartenstein. This guy's good, man. At very, very low ownership as well, probably. But like I said, that's if those guys are not going to play. If this dude starts, you could look at him if you want. I'm just putting people in here. I'm not really making a lineup. Like I said, you could put him in there. Depending if he starts, I still think he could play a little bit, but that's not that's not a guarantee with him. And like I said, we don't know a ton about him either. Over here, you can look at Drummond. You definitely don't mind Valanciunas. Probably one of my favorite centers here. Marquise Chris, as I mentioned. Gorgie Dang, if some of those guys are out. Bobby Portis, if all of those Milwaukee guys are out. Chris Boucher, Bol. If Aldridge is out, maybe Portal. I guess Drew Eubanks, he could put up some points as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Like I said, I can't say it enough. Twitter is definitely the way to look for the injury news and stuff like that. Like I said, all you need to do is just type in like beat reporters for Golden State or something like that, and you'll find it. So that's what we're looking at. Like I said, kind of a rough draft. Anything can happen tomorrow. Kind of what we saw today. I had mostly my core players. A couple of them changed. Like I said, Vukovic and Fournier came in to play a little bit more. And so that's kind of what we got going on. So like I said, if you guys want to join us for our regular main slate for the season, you can. We also have our 150 lineups for single game as well available. Like I said, if you guys don't want to get in on that, you guys can also get in on just monthly if you want to. But like I said, for the season pass, you will be saving a little bit of money. So like I said, if you want to get in, have any questions, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter, message us, and we'll have a conversation with you, or also help you guys sign up. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like. I do appreciate it. And also hit that sub button if you guys are new. Like I said, we will be doing almost every single main slate video for NBA. That's what we're going to be doing. Maybe a couple single games as well. Like I said, this is the best place to be. Like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. Won over $500,000 since I've been playing. And like I said, I'm not too afraid to play some money and, like I said, be confident in the lineups that I'm giving out. So, like I said, you definitely want somebody that's going to be confident with what they're putting out. So that's what we got going on. Like I said, if you want to get in, message us on our Twitter. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it quite a bit. And like I said, we probably will be looking at tomorrow. Like I said, just so in NBA right now, excited for it. So we'll probably do quite a bit of videos. So definitely look for one for Sunday. So all right, that's it. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on.